I had to make up my mind that this is how my life going to be like. Because one, I could not pay my rent, I could not pay my children's school fees. So they had to just send my children out of school. And at that junction, I felt like I'm not worthy to be called a father. And it got to a time I attempted suicide. My name is Olanrewaju Shobayo. Presently, I work with Moniepoint as one of the BRM, the business relationship manager, for like 2 years now. Moniepoint has been a story changer for me. I must confess that. I was working with an organization. So along the line, a lot of things happened that really got me frustrated at a point. Attack and some other things like, so I have to leave. Yeah, when I left, actually my wife was not too okay with it, because she was like, what are we going to do next? And I made her understand that I can still get a job. Why not? I'm good at what I do, so I believe I will get a job. But unfortunately, that was not the case. I couldn't get any good job. So at the point, I had to begin to sell my cars, because I have like 2 cars and a space bus that my wife normally used to take my children to school. So I started selling them. I sold the 2 cars. I was having only the space bus. So at that junction, I have to go and start doing transport. I use it to transport people from Songo, somewhere around Songo, to Abeokuta. How I felt during that time, I didn't really feel fulfilled. I was just doing it to keep body and souls together, but unfortunately, it's not really keeping the body and soul, because it's more or less tearing me apart. I had to make up my mind that this is how my life is going to be like, because I cannot pay my rent. I was owing my landlord for 2 years. My family had to leave because, one, I could not pay my rent, I could not pay my children's school fees. So they had to just send my children out of school. And at that junction, I felt like I'm not worthy to be called a father. One day, I was in the room where I normally, stay. Somebody came visiting. And this is somebody that knows me very well when I was still doing very fine. He was asking, when he saw my children, he was asking, are you about your dad and all sort of. And he was about coming into that room. I was so scared because I don't want the person to see me in that condition. But later on, she went back. She didn't come into the room. So after the woman left, within me, I was like, God. So I didn't this woman come. Everybody will know that it is over for me. For me to be living in my mother-in-law's house, that is one thing that I don't think is good for any man. And it got to a time I attempted suicide. A week after that incident, when I was about to go into commit my second attempt of suicide, that an amateur brother in the church was talking to me about this cab business, taxi and all this stuff. So I now decided that, okay, let me go into that. At least I'll be going out very early in the morning before everybody wake up. I'll go, then come back late at night. That time, towards the ending of December, when I was to work for that Christmas period, the owner of that car also collected it from me. So there was nothing to live on. Christmas was It was not interesting. Because that time, I could remember that year, my children took noodles the Christmas day. In the year 2020, December to be precise, I got a ride from Ishao. I was to take somebody to Lekki. So it was then that I met a guy that works with Moniepoint. I started, that was December 2020. February, the following year, was when I now started, and now take it as a job to look around to get agents. What I can see is that I have worked with an organization for 11 years. All what I got, I lost it at a point. I now I met somebody that introduced me to a platform which I started working with. And within 2020, this is 2022, what God has helped me to achieve is beyond what I can do my mathematics and understand how it all happened. Because looking at where I was coming from, looking at what I have gone through, looking at how situation of life has ridiculed me, has dragged me on the floor, and now having a second chance to be happy again, to be the father that my children want me to be, I feel fulfilled. I feel happy. Christmas, the last Christmas, was a very great Christmas in my home. Moniepoint gave me a platform that turned my life around.